Look at all these faces. How wonderful.
Welcome. Welcome, all you faces.
Welcome, Teama. Welcome, Rachel. Welcome, Kirsten.
Welcome to chapel, everyone. Thank you for being here this morning. Welcome.
We begin our chapel service by acknowledging that the land upon which Star King rests was stolen from its original inhabitants, the Ohlone. To acknowledge this painful truth is in keeping with our school's mission to educate spiritual leaders, to counter oppressions, and to create just and sustainable communities. My ancestors very likely committed atrocities and forcibly removed the Wampanoag peoples from their lands here in southern Massachusetts, and for this I grieve. Awareness of our history is very important. I encourage us all also to take informed, respectful action to assist the needs of our local Indigenous communities. Please take time now to place in the chat the name of the original people on whose land you live. Hopefully, we are able to build authentic relationships with those Indigenous peoples. We can also support Indigenous organizations by donating time and money. One organization I suggest is the Native American Rights Fund, and I will put that link in the chat. Why not make a holiday gift to a friend or family member this way? Donating to an Indigenous organization in their name is one way we can reach out with love for the sake of healing. And now I invite Shannon Sonoras to welcome us.
I welcome you with my voice and this song. Do not leave your cares at the door. Do not leave them there when you come into this place. Be open to forgiveness and transformation. Come on in, you are welcome here. And do not leave your cares at the door. Oh, bring your pain and sorrow and joy. There's a place for them upon the altar of life. Be open to forgiveness and transformation. Come on in, you are welcome here. And do not leave your cares at the door. This is our place of grace, of losing and finding your place upon the winding road. Meeting and parting, stumbling and starting over. Every story is sacred, even yours. So do not leave your cares at the door. Do not leave them there when you come into this place. Be open to forgiveness and transformation. Come on in, you are welcome here. And do not leave your cares at the door. Amen, amen, amen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to this place of forgiveness and transformation, to this place of grace where every story is sacred, even yours. Welcome to this time of Hanukkah, winter, Christmas, Kwanzaa. If you have a candle or chalice you'd like to light with us, now's the time to gather them up and join Jonathan and Megan as they light our chalice in sacred flames.
Good morning or good afternoon, depending on where you are. This chalice is one public symbol of Unitarian Universalism, a faith path that some of us share. Please join me in saying the Star King chalice lighting words. The words should be in the chat. With the kindling of this flame, we reaffirm our commitment to accept life's gifts with grace and gratitude, to use them to bless the world with the spirit of love. I now pass on to Jonathan this moment to light our candles.
White and red candles are a tradition created to accompany the chalice lighting by our Emerita President, Rebecca Parker. The white candle symbolizes violence, suffering, and death, and serves as a reminder that we gather in a time of war. May there soon be peace between the people of Ukraine and Russia, and peace between the people of Palestine and Israel. We light one candle for peace in the Holy Land. The red candle symbolizes the abiding reality of love and the shared work to restore the human community and the earth to wholeness and harmony. I now invite Susie Colt to lead our guests in our incoming hymn and gathering hymn.
Thank you, everyone. Please join us for hymn number 346, Come Sing a Song with Me. I will sing through the first verse one time, and then I invite you, as you are willing and able, to unmute and join me in singing all three verses. Come sing a song with me. Come sing a song with me. Come sing a song with me, that I might know your mind. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time. Come sing
a
song with
me.
Come sing
Sing
a song with me. Come sing a song with me, that I might know your mind. And I'll bring you hope when
when
hope,
hope is hard to find.
and I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the
in
winter
winter
time.
time.
Come dream a
Dream,
dream with
dream with
me.
me.
Come dream a dream with me. Come dream a dream with me, that
that
I
I might
might
know
know
your
your
mind.
mind. And I'll bring you hope when hope is
Hope is
hard
hard
to
to
find.
find.
And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time. One more verse. Come share a rose with me. Come share a rose with me. Come share a rose with me, that I might know your mind. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time. Thank you.
Hello, a shared poem or prayer as you choose to see it. Grief. I have a hole. I have a hole a hole I know not how to fill. It is vast and empty, yet filled with unshed tears. It is vacant and dark, yet burns with cold fire. I have a hole. I have a hole. A hole I feel could swallow me. I feel small enough to drown in unshed tears. I feel vast enough to carry this infinite hole. I have a hole. I have a hole. Grief is there, and maybe yours, for we all have grief of one sort or another. For we all hold grief, our own and that of others. I have a hole. I have a hole that is a pool of grief. I am treading water in that pool. Are you? And you and I can commingle our grief and pain, a chance to ease our burdens. I have a hole. I have a hole, the beginning of an arduous journey of sorrow. The movement of one foot begins my pilgrimage of woe. Hand outstretched, I invite you on my mournful ramblings, or you invite me on yours. I have a hole. I have a hole, and it is filled with grief and inexpressible pain. But I am not alone, and there is more. But reassuringly, this hole is also filled with untold love. I have a hole. I have a hole. It is filled with unshed tears and vast amounts of love. It is vacant and dark, yet embracing me in comfort. I have a hole. There is a hole, for now inexplicable and aching, and that's okay. For in this moment where I am in my journey, for this is the moment where I am in my journey of grief. I have a hole. I have a hole I know not how to fill. Consider this poem, this prayer, as you head into a time of quiet. I invite you to place in that chat any hopes, celebrations, or griefs you may have. If you have a request for pastoral care, please place it there as well, and Pastor Jacqueline will respond within 48 hours. Thank you.
Grief is a journey. To be alive is to know of grief. We have all come to experience, in one way or another, the journey through grief, the slow steps along its difficult path. We know how it feels in our bodies, in our minds, in our souls. We know of grief. The grief I know of calls me, seduces me to focus only on the immediate path ahead. I know of and can imagine everything that lies in wait for me on my journey through grief. All of the pain and struggle and powerlessness and hopelessness that my grief brings. To know of these things, to center these milestones along my journey, stalls me. In fear of that journey, I am sometimes unable to take the next step. In these moments, the specter of my grief can feel like a curse, weighing me down with the burden of knowing, the certainty of despair, leaving me to struggle, feeling powerless to escape the journey I so desperately want to finish. But lately, I've been wondering what it would look like to consider everything that lies alongside the journey of grief. What would it look like to break free of grief's siren call and glance, even just for a second, at everything else life has to offer? In moments of inertia, I find it important to remind myself that as the journeyer, I have the ultimate power to shape my experience. I may not be able to control what I encounter along the journey of grief, but I can, just maybe, shape the way those experiences transform myself. I can choose when to stare at the path and when to gaze up towards the horizon. I wish I could promise you that your horizon will be clear. In my experience, it's usually more like pea soup until you're actually on the other side. But rather than framing this as a problem, I'd like to offer you this. The opacity of your journey, of your grief, might actually be your biggest blessing. I spoke earlier about knowing of grief, knowing of ourselves and how we've each been transformed by our own journeys. But I would argue that, particularly when we're standing on the precipice of our journey, no one knows what the total of grief is. We don't know exactly what lies before us or how we will be transformed. And within that mystery lies a world of beauty and love that is infinitely wider than our individual paths. I find solace in knowing that if through my grief, all I can imagine is struggle and pain, then there's so much beauty waiting for me that I can't right now imagine. It's from the space outside, from that realm of mystery surrounding our grief, that love reaches out to us on our journey. Love serves as an anchor to that sense of mystery and grief, a reminder that there is always something more than pain and hopelessness. Love may not solve or answer our journey, but love will hold our hand as we move, cradle us when we stumble and fall, and celebrate with us our milestones and transformations. Throughout our journey, at all moments, love reaches out. So we look towards the next step. In these moments, as mystery and love steady us, it can feel tempting to set out on our journeys through grief the right way or the simplest way. It might be easier to tell you I've laid out the map and here are the answers and this is the way through grief. It's that easy. But if I've learned anything from struggling with grief, from embracing mystery and leaning on love, it's that there's no one way. In fact, I've learned through grief that sometimes there's no definite way at all. Sometimes there is just being. So as we continue on our journey through chapel and through the rest of our time together, I would like to offer you one final affirmation as you look towards the next step you will take on your personal journey through grief. As I journey through grief, through life, there is nothing I have to do, nothing prescribed. My function is to exist, to be, to continue flowing towards and with the love that is our interdependent web. Amen, and thank you.
In the rain, blinded, I'll show you that way back home. But don't you worry, 'cause I've been with you all along.
Oh, I ain't worried, 'cause I can feel it, 'cause I can feel it. Yeah, they said it's hard to really see it, and the reason why we living. Don't chase it with your eyes, can recognize it till it's given. The world in front of me became the molding of my vision. The pain that came to me is what I blame in my decisions. How can I find the courage when my heart is feeling missing? How do I find a time when I know that the clock is ticking? I'm a soldier for this love, is guaranteed to be my mission. Wish I could find it easy like I see it in the children. Hey, looking back as I move forward, Sankofa, I want a love that explodes, call it a supernova. What it takes to reach the heavens, let me stand closer. Put the pieces all together, witness Jehovah. God is patient with his son, he plant the seed and let it grow. When I love it unconditional, I learn to let it go. Open your arms, what I'm talking about. Without a doubt, I can feel the love reaching out.
Love reaches out. My love reaches out. Love reaches out. Love reaches out.
My love reaches out. Can you feel it? Yeah. I'm never giving up, I'm keeping cool, I'm in control. My praise, I give it up, a higher power's in control. This light is guiding me, I'm on with everything I know. This love is getting closer, I can feel it in my soul. Long as I am living, I still got the time to show the patience that was given from the ones that let me grow. Forgive me for debating back and forth, to and fro. This love is reaching out, I'm giving it to you and yours. Walk with me in solidarity. My sanctuary eases my disparity. When I look into your eyes, I'm looking carefully. What do you know? There is me. No more questioning the things that I can never see. Touch, taste, smell, hear, no more mystery. Just a faith that's stronger than my pain and misery. I found it in myself and I will forever be. The breath of love that gave me the breath of life. A breath of lost spirits, give it back and I energize. If I never take another, let my voice come and speak it out. And give you the feeling of love reaching out.
Love reaches out.
Yes, it does.
My love reaches
And I can feel it, I can feel it, I can feel it. Hey.
reaches out. My love reaches
Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Can you hear it now? Oh, yes, it does. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Hey. Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Can you hear it now?
Love can change you, let it grow. The seeds will reap the love you sow. Feel your heart till it explodes, and love can take over your soul. Love opens doors without a key. Evolves through patience and honesty. Trust love and just let it be. Feel the power of love between you and me. Between you and me. Between you and me. Feel the power of love between you and me. Love
Sing it
reaches
loud.
out. My love reaches out. Reaches out.
Yes, it does.
My love reaches out.
Feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it now?
Reaches out. My love reaches out.
Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Can you hear it now?
My love reaches out. Love reaches out.
Love reaches out.
When it's cold outside, my love soul.
I do love this video. I love the guitar sounds. I love the black and white color and the urban views. I love the line at the end of the video, when it's cold outside, love reaches out. I love the joy, the hugs. I love watching these artists working together. They give me hope for a better world. When it came time for all of us to start working together on this chapel service about grief's journey, I was thinking in my head, what kind of music are we going to use for that? So I typed UU songs into my Google search, and this video is what showed up. It felt to me like the universe was reaching out to me, easing my anxiety. It was a joy to connect with Osa Obaseki, the rapper in the video, and with Reverend Eric, the organizer of the group and the video. I wish for you all, for all of us, is that love, beauty, reassurance reach out and show up for us in unexpected and surprising ways this season.
Mom and I think I would like to be in there. There we go. Thank you. What an amazing video, right? That was great. Thank you, Jenny. Now we'd like to lift up your voices. We'd like to hear from you. If you would unmute yourself when or if you have something you would like to share, first tell us your name. And then what we'd like to know is, how has love reached out to you? In what times or in what ways has love reached out to you?
And if you prefer to share in the chat, Shannon or I will read your name and your words aloud for you. Otherwise, unmute yourself as you feel called. How does love reach out to you?
Happy to get the energy flowing to speak. Love reaches out to me in my dreams. When I am in my most sorrowful way, my grandmother, Maggie Clay Denson, will show up in my dreams and she will say, "Girl, you haven't seen nothing yet." So I'm grateful for that. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you, Jonathan.
Melania says family and community.
Kirsten says in synchronicity. I can relate, Kirsten.
I'll speak. Kathleen Slobin. I was been following my heart a bit because I'm interested in the idea of soul, and I realized my heart really changes, and it goes sometimes from grief, and then 10, 20 minutes, half an hour later, it might feel loved and send me lots of love and send others love too. So I have a very moving heart, and I'm tracking it. It's sort of a new awareness for me. In fact, it is a new awareness for me. Thank you.
Yana?
Hi. I need to say Matthew Taylor's name. I need to say Matthew Taylor's name. I need to say Matthew Taylor's name as we approach the anniversary of his passing and transcending to being a big, beautiful bird in the sky. And I just want to acknowledge, for those of you who did not get the chance to meet Matthew, if I'm not mistaken, he was our class president. And he passed away 2 years ago, and I miss and I love him with all of my heart. And every time I see a crow, I know that he is with me, traveling and reminding me to laugh, to smile, and to dance. Matthew Taylor.
Thank you, Kiana.
The woman who showed me what a mother should be, Evelyn Blackwell Andrews. She passed away 2 years ago, and I have been seeing her contact in my phone. I know that she is still my mom.
Other comments? This is an opportunity to lean into the community that is Star King School for the Ministry. We can bear witness to each other.
Mama Nay put into the chat, I am the case manager for a shelter, so I am able to visit with lots of babies, which of course is a joy for my heart. Today I saw a sweet, almost 1-year-old take her first steps. Sharing that type of joy helps me to support my families through the very difficult times they are all facing. Thank you, Mama Nay.
Rachel says simple kindnesses, acknowledgement, hello, listening to what I say.
Thank you, Rachel.
Love reaches out to me through the anniversaries and remembrances. The day after tomorrow would have been my grandmother's birthday. And the 24th would have been my dad's birthday. But I find love in this community. I get to meet people on a journey into ministry when they're contemplating it and thinking about it, and help support them into that. And this community brings all of that love to me every day that I get to come to work.
Thank you, Matthew. When I was going through a really hard time in my life, my community here in Midland, Michigan, held me. They moved me into my house. They unpacked my boxes and set up my 4-year-old's bedroom for me. And I never felt so loved and so supported.
Thank you, Shannon. We have a few more minutes. Is anyone else's heart moved to speak or to write something in the chat?
I'd like to speak. I had a tough day yesterday and woke up feeling completely disconnected from who I thought I was and where I was. And even, breathing deeply, I couldn't feel it in my core. And so I slept for another 6 hours or so. And I knew chapel was today at 10, and I just wanted to sleep through it. But I also know that this is the place where I'm held and I'm accepted, and all of my nuttiness and craziness and pain and grief is held with love. And I really thank you for this topic today.
Thank you, Kelly.
Lucretia says, experiencing the world with my puppy. New things, like peppers and ice cubes.
Rachel wrote, people remembering my journey and checking in, people noticing my change of energy.
Taya says, love reaches out asking for help, asking for every action possible to be taken to intervene to save their lives.
This is my sister. Watching me follow my dream. Thank you, Rhonda. I love you. Thank you, everyone, for offering your words, for listening.
And as we're winding down, we have reached our benediction. Shannon and I would like to invite you to take part as a responsive reading, and I will right now put your line in the chat. It's the same line every time. So as either Shannon or I finish our line and indicate to you, please just join us by saying, and love reaches out in response to either one of us. Ooh. Sorry, noise in my space. I apologize. And so that is what we ask of you. And we hope you can keep yourself muted, but we hope you will join in with that responsive reading. Shannon?
We are glad you took time to pause with us here today. We appreciate that we've come together with pain and sorrow, hope and joy. And love reaches out.
We have the ultimate power to shape our experiences. We may not be able to control what we encounter along the journey of grief, but we may be able to shape the way those experiences transform us. And love reaches out.
Love will hold our hand as we move, nurture us during difficulty and through transformations. Within the mystery of grief lies a world of beauty, and love reaches out.
Let us allow love to serve as an anchor in our sacred sea of grief, a reminder that though we all have grief of one sort or another, there is always something more than pain, and love reaches out.
Grief can be a gift, though uncomfortable at times. It is a connection among us, a pilgrimage everyone takes, of any and all backgrounds, alone and in community, an experience that binds us together. And love reaches out.
May it be so, and blessed be. And we thank you for helping us weave this experience of worship today.
If you would like to join me in singing our closing song on mute, I'm going to sing through it 2 times. It is We Give Thanks, and I'll sing it slow the first time and pick it up with a little bit of gratitude the second time through. Let's do it. Oh, we give thanks for this precious day, for all gathered here and those far away, for this time we share with love and care. Oh, we give thanks for this precious day. Here we go. Oh, we give thanks for this precious day, for all gathered here and those far away, for this time we share with love and care. Oh, we give thanks for this precious day. Thank you, my friends. Go in peace, return in love. Namaste.